I read the book, but it was a long time ago. Hey everybody, what's up? Hope you guys are doing good. Just got back from watching World War Z, starring, of course, Brad Pitt and directed by Mark Forrester, who had done Quantum of Solace. Basically, Brad Pitt plays a retired UN investigator, and when this zombie outbreak happens, he's basically sent around the globe trying to find answers to what happened, possibly a cure. Let's start with the movie right off the bat. I mean, the action gets going pretty quick, and it's nice the way they tell the story while the action's going on. You find out a little bit more about Brad Pitt. He gets called into action, and right away he's sent to, point A on the globe. And I really like that part. The beginning of the film was kind of reminding me a little bit of Zero Dark 30, obviously because it involves some of the military stuff. But it just kind of reminded me of the jumpiness, and then, they showed the command center before they sent Brad Pitt off. I just like some of the military elements of it. So the film basically got off to a really good start. I really liked the beginning, probably first half, 2/3 maybe of the film. The last third, or last part of the movie, I didn't feel was as good. And infamously, if you read anything about the film, I guess they reshot the last 40 minutes. I really want to see what the original 40 minutes were like. I guess the executives didn't like it, so they went back, spent another 200 million, and reshot the last 40 minutes. And really, the end of the film I thought was the weakest part. It started off, with a bang, and it kind of fizzled out at the end. As he's, globe trotting at the beginning, it's cool because you get to see some different aspects of what's going on with this zombie infection. And I really liked that they were explaining a lot and going into details, and it wasn't just mindless action. It was kind of driven by a good story. And there's some really cool scenes. Don't get turned off by the CGI that you see in the trailer, because all the CGI is basically contained into one scene. At least the bad CGI from the trailer is contained into one scene. And that scene is really cool the way it turns out. Basically, the zombies kind of like wind up sacking a city. So don't let the bad CGI in the trailer scare you if you're a zombie fan. These zombies, of course, are the fast kind, and they're more like the rabies sort of thing. So it's a little bit like 28 Days Later. But the one thing that's kind of the double-edged sword, besides the bad ending, is the zombie fans are gonna kind of like it for the zombie apocalypse type elements, but there's no real blood and guts. There's no gore. There's no blood hardly to be spoken of at all, which isn't not bad because it's more of an action film. That's fine. But if you're a zombie fan who likes zombies that like eat intestines and bite arms and stuff, this isn't the movie for you. These zombies just basically bite and then go on from there. One nice thing is that they really explain a lot of basically how the zombies work in a short period of time. If this was probably a George Romero film, it would be one of his A films. People would really like it, or maybe B plus films. It's never going to top Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead or Night of the Living Dead, but it is better than some of his later stuff, even though the zombies are quite a bit different. But at the end, the movie, and it's a bad thing, I think, it devolves kind of into a stereotypical zombie film. Basically, Brad Pitt winds up at this location, and he has to go from point A to point B to save the world, but what's in the middle, zombies, and he has to figure out a way to get from point A to point B without getting killed by the zombies. And that's the big explanation to the zombies. The way they work is basically, I don't want to spoil for you. I don't remember this part being in the book at all, the way they ended this movie, but they kind of come up with this cool concept to fight the zombies. I don't want to ruin it for you, but I thought the idea was kind of cool. The way they executed the ending of the movie was kind of weak. After the resolution happens, they kind of quickly montage some stuff together to kind of, allude to the book a little better, which I thought was pretty weak. So overall, the beginning of the movie is good. If you're a zombie fan, you'll probably want to check it out. Don't expect any blood and guts. The ending of the movie's weak. I want to see the original 40 minutes. Overall, though, it's a better than average zombie movie, but more of like an action zombie movie. Don't expect a horror movie zombie film, if that makes any sense. My final score is going to be 3.5 out of 5 because besides some of the weaknesses of the ending, there is a lot of little nitpicking that could be done. Overall, some of the flashbacks that were done were kind of weak, all that stuff. I don't want to go on and on. Okay, so we all know you've probably read World War Z, the book. I want to know if you've read any other good zombie books. Recommend them down below. One I had read was The Rising by Brian King. There was 2 books, Rising and The Rising 2 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But those are cool zombie books. I've always thought they'd make kind of cool movies. So down below, let me know what your favorite zombie book was, and I'll see you soon. Bye.